All right, let's talk about the 2026 PACES exam. If you're getting ready for it, you already know this is a huge deal. It's a real career-defining moment. So in the next few minutes, we're going to break down a strategy to help you walk into that exam feeling prepared, confident, and ready to get the result you've been working so hard for. Let's dive in. Okay, let's just get this out of the way. This is the big question, right? It's the one that's probably bouncing around your head at 3 a.m. And you know what? It's a completely fair question to ask. My goal here is to help you turn that doubt into a solid, confident plan. First things first, we have to acknowledge the sheer pressure of this thing. PACES isn't just a test of what's in your brain. It's about how you perform when you're under a microscope. You've got these high stakes, the clock is always ticking, and it all comes down to this one big moment. It's a huge challenge, and it's okay. In fact, it's important to admit that right from the beginning.
And here's the kicker. The exam is a moving target. The General Medical Council is always updating standards. That means the format, the stations, even the kinds of clinical cases you'll see in 2026 could be different from what they were before. So being proactive and staying informed, it's not just a good idea, it's absolutely essential.
So how in the world do you prepare for a challenge that keeps changing? Well, we start by really understanding the exam from the inside out. See, success isn't about memorizing every single fact in the textbook. It's about figuring out what the examiners are really looking for, which are the core skills that make a great clinician.
This right here, this is the mental shift you've got to make. So many people think PACES is a knowledge test. It's not. It's an application test. They think it's all about technical skill. Nope, your communication skills are just as critical. And the idea that you just need to study hard, that's only half of it. You have to be able to perform when the pressure is on. This is the reality of PACES. Okay, so we know the challenge, and we know the reality. Now what? How do we actually build a path to success? We're going to lay this out as a clear 3-part battle plan. This is your roadmap. It's how you take control of your preparation and walk in there feeling like you've got this.
These are the 3 pillars, the absolute core of your strategy. Think of it like a system that works together. You've got targeted study to build your knowledge, clinical practice to sharpen your skills, and mental resilience to make sure you can bring your A game on exam day. Let's break each one down.
First up, targeted study. This is all about studying smarter, not just harder. Don't try to learn everything. Instead, make a schedule you can actually stick to and focus on those high-yield areas, the stuff that comes up all the time. Master the common conditions and, of course, make sure you're up to date on all the latest guidelines. Next, clinical practice. Look, all the knowledge in the world doesn't mean a thing if you can't apply it. This is where you bridge that gap. You need to practice in settings that feel real, mock exams, simulated stations, so you build that confidence and muscle memory. And this is the perfect time to really work on those crucial communication skills. And now for the 3rd pillar, the one that honestly gets overlooked way too often, mental resilience. Your mindset is a performance tool, period. You have to have a plan for managing anxiety. Whether that's mindfulness, some relaxation techniques, or just building a routine that forces you to take care of yourself, this isn't a nice to have, it's an absolutely critical part of your preparation. All right, we've got our core battle plan down. Now let's talk about how to get that winning edge. These are the advanced moves, the so-called secret weapons that can really make the difference between a pass and a fail. This quote just nails it. The right mindset for this next level of prep isn't about having a fixed amount of knowledge. It's about creating a system for yourself where you are constantly improving, constantly learning, right up until the moment you walk into the exam. Here's your first secret weapon, creating an active feedback loop. What does that mean? It means you are constantly and actively asking for feedback from your mentors, your peers, everyone. Why? Because we all have blind spots. We all have weaknesses we can't see in ourselves. Getting direct feedback is the fastest, most effective way to find those spots and fix them before an examiner does. And the second weapon is immersive practice. This is about going way beyond the basic drills. We're talking deep dives into really complex case studies, getting into lively discussions with your peers about patient management, joining workshops. The goal here is to make yourself so familiar with these exam-style scenarios that on the big day, nothing can throw you off. So let's pull all of this together. This isn't just a random collection of tips. It's a single, cohesive system, a whole approach that's designed to make your success feel, well, not just possible, but pretty darn likely. If you take one thing away from this, let it be this. Success in PACES demands a complete, well-rounded approach. You need the knowledge, yes, but you also need rock-solid skills and the mental toughness to perform under pressure.
all three parts are essential. They all support each other to build this incredibly powerful foundation for your success.
So we end up back where we started, but the question has changed. It's no longer, can I pass? Now it's, am I ready to master this challenge? You've got the strategy, you have the tools. The path forward is clear. The rest is up to you.